Alright, shalom, shalom. I want to start off by getting all glory on a praise and fear to the Heavenly Father, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. I also want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who do well. There's your brother come in, brother Great Millstone Atlanta camper, back again today with another video. Yes, sir. And this video is going to be about the Iranian war that's going on right now. Shit just got popped off again yesterday. It's coming to a head, man. And the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi told us that these things would happen, man. All right. The Lord is long suffering when it comes to his people, but he's about to fucking break loose on you people, man. All right. See, this war is an indicator of what the war to end all wars. And if you read the book of Revelation, the 11th chapter and the 14th verse, the scriptures tell you that what the third woe cometh quickly, and the third woe is vastly approaching us, because you see how Amalek is using America, aka Babylon the Great, okay, to draw out these nations into World War III, okay. And it's really not Amalek himself; it's the Lord controlling the wicked, so he can judge them. See, the Lord's coming back to judge this earth. This is the book of Revelation 11 verse 14. It reads, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Okay? This third woe is fastly approaching. And once again, the script was it? Let's see if I can go right quick, man. And the Lord willing, this video will be edifying. It might not be too long, but I just got off work. It's like 12 o'clock. I'm trying to make a video before I go to bed. What is that? Least of the flock. Here we go. It's like Jeremiah 47, I want to say. 49, Salakia. Anyways, this is the book of Jeremiah 49, verse 20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord Yahawah, that he have taken against Edom, and his purposes that he have purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. So I'm going to slow it down because someone told me to slow it down so I can actually digest what I'm saying and flow and feel the spirit more. And I got to take that advice. It says Jeremiah, and it's really the Lord speaking to me, to someone. So, yeah. This is Jeremiah 49, verse 20. It says, therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Now, that word counsel there, see what the word counsel goes to. It says, Itazah. So it says advice by implication, plan, also prudence. Advisement, counselor, purpose. Counsel, advice, purpose. From H3289, Itazah. Reflexively, to deliberate or resolve. Okay, to take advice, to consult, to counsel, to determine, to devise, to guide. So Lord, okay, a guide, okay, or the purpose for these nations, or the counsel for them is what? Against specifically a nation of Edom. And who is the nation of Edom? Okay, nation of Edom is you so-called white people here upon the planet Earth today. Okay, you so-called white people who rule the earth, you descend from the nation of Edom. Okay, and you will be judged by 1,000 years of slavery, and after 1,000 years, and all the heathen will be judged by 1,000 years of slavery for what they've done to the Lord's people, you so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. But let me balance that out, because there are Israelites that look like the rest of you nations out there, because see, the Israel has been dispersed according to the book of Deuteronomy 20, verse 64. Now, the Lord's going to judge all you heathens, but specifically Esau's going to get the worst, because after his 1,000 years of slavery, according to the book of Obadiah 1 verse 18, he's going to be wiped away. Okay, you're going to be a no people. You're going to be no more Edomites. So we continue on reading Jeremiah 49 verse 20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, that he have taken against Edom, and his purposes that he have purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. So the least of the flock is who? Amalek. And who is he drawing out? America. Okay, you see, this is full scale Jeremiah 49 verse 20, which was happening a couple months ago, and it's been happening over time, but it's been really starting to peek its head out more and more. This prophecy. Now, the main prophecy that's about to happen is what? That second Ezra, the 15th chapter. Okay, Isaiah the 13th chapter. Ezekiel the 38th chapter. Okay, 39th chapter. Revelations the 13th chapter. Okay, these are all synonymous with what the hell is about to happen here upon planet Earth. If you have any clue, okay, you would know that the Lord is also about to drop this chip, because the chip and World War III go hand in hand. And before World War III actually gets fully escalated, the chip is about to a drop. It's gonna have to drop because why? The judgment, okay, comes with World War III. For you people taking that chip, Lord willing, we're not a part of that number. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Rawchaa, we're not a part of that number. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. Okay, so Lord is hearing the cry of Jacob. All right, and he's about to deliver his elect. All right, no matter what happens, no matter what I say, he say, she say, okay, the Lord is about to make waves here upon the planet Earth, and it's going to be upon you people. Okay, so continue on going. Okay, I'm going to grab this, but also have an article. Okay, so it says the United States and Iran trade strikes for the second day after Trump said ceasefire is over. And the ceasefire is over because there's never going to be peace in the Middle East. Okay, until Yahawashi gets back. Yahawashi is who you people ignorantly call Jesus Christ, which only true name is Yahawashi. Now, let me grab this. This is the book of Amos 8. Salaki. It's Amos. Why am I saying Amos? Salaki. It's Joel, the 3rd chapter, bro. I'm tweaking. Like I said, I'm tired, so bear with me, Akia. I'm saying Amos, bro. Joel 3 and 9, and it reads, it says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake ye up, the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up, beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I am strong, and the weak has said that they are strong. Okay, Iran is not backing down. Okay, they have weapons of mass destruction, and I believe they have nukes, bro. Okay, I believe they have nukes, and I believe that they finally made them. Okay, and that's why Trump is getting on and popping over there. Now, this is the book of 2nd Ezra 15, verse 28. Behold, a vision, the appearance thereof from the east. Okay, now why does it say the east? Because the vision is the vision is going on in the Middle East. Okay, that's the hotbed, the Levant region. Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out, and who are the nations of the dragon of Arabia? From the Ishmaelites. Okay, the Ishmaelites are the dragons of Arabia. The seed of Ishmael, as the Lord said. Okay, that Ishmael basically turn onto his true nature, which he's a wild man. Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots representing with their armies, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth. He's talking about with that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. He's talking about the day of the Lord. Okay, the them being carried away as the wind upon the earth. Right. 30. Also the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth, and the Carmanians too, the Iranians. Okay, the modern day Carmanians would be the Iranians. If you look it up, okay, let's see if I can grab some context. Are the Carmanians Iranians? Yes, the Carmanians were ancient Iranian people. See, the Achaemenid Persian Empire, which you can read about the Achaemenid Persian Empire in the scriptures. See, anyways, keep on going. Just also known as the Persian Empire, right? 2nd Ezra 15, verse 30. And also the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and join battle with them. See, and they shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. Okay, waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians, and the modern day Assyrians is America. Okay, it's America. Put it point blank simple, it's America. Okay, it says, and then shall the dragons have the upper hand. So the Arabs are going to have the upper hand, and you see that going on now. You see Ishmael, okay, having the upper hand. Remembering their nature, and they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them. Exactly, and that's what you see. Okay, you see these Arab nations coming together. Okay, these Sunni and Shiite Muslims as well. They're all coming together, you know. And as well, it says what? And then shall the dragons have the upper hand. Okay, these Iranians right now, they have the upper hand. The Armenians have the upper hand over Babylon the Great. They have control over the Strait of Hormuz. Okay, you know, that's them what having an upper hand. You know, while gas prices in America are rising, and they're trying to, you know, basically covering up with fucking ethanol and so on and so forth, and your gas tank fucking up your goddamn car. Okay, America's losing. America is damn near losing this war. And it's a known thing America's losing this war. That's why they want to with the peace treaty, because Trump is getting his fucking ass kicked. Because why? Babylon is not strong. The weak, okay? Back to Joel 3 verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. And the Lord is what? Having these nations get ready for World War III. This is just nothing like a warm-up drill. Babylon ain't... This thing is about to kick into overdrive. And so is that chip. Wake up the mighty men. And let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Let the heathen be awakened, and come to the valley of Yahawashi or Jehoshaphat, which in Hebrew is Yahawashi or Yahweh's judgment. For there will I sit to judge all the heathens round about. And the Lord is getting ready to put these nations in with the valley of Yahawashi. Okay. That northern army is getting ready to go down, okay, into Yahawashi, as it speaks about in Joel, the 2nd chapter, okay? And that great stink is about to come up. Those bodies, man. You know, this is the time that we're living in, all right? The time of war. Here, the latest, U.S.-Iran strikes. The Middle East saw waves of attacks for the second day as the United States and Iran further threatened their agreement to reach a peace deal. President Donald Trump's decisions to launch more strikes was due to his anger over the Strait of Hormuz not being opened yet. You see, he's showing you Esau thinks that he runs the earth. Nigga, you don't own the fucking Strait of Hormuz, nigga. That's not your land. How the fuck you gonna bomb someone for not opening up something that's on their own land? Goddamn devil. Not being open yet, and Iran hitting ships transiting the oil choke point while he was attending a NATO summit, a United States official said. Right? So he's basically mad that they're bombing shit on their own land. Okay. They can do what the fuck they want. They own the Strait of Hormuz, nigga. You don't own it. How the fuck you live all the way in the West and you concerned about things going on in the East? But you see that's Esau. Okay, he can't keep it home. Okay, he's as death. On the ground, explosions were reported in several Iranian ports, including Bashur, Bandar Abbas, and Sirkim. Iran's Revolutionary Guard said they targeted United States military bases in Kuwait and Bahrain in response. Threats traded. Trump said strikes would get much worse if Tehran again attacked ships in the strait after saying he thought the ceasefire was over. Iran's top negotiator said it would retaliate against attacks. Yeah, now America is basically saying, well, Trump is basically saying that Iran's gonna max his ass out, leave his ass on the stretcher. All right. Iran's top, and you know what? Nero committed the sui. Okay, he unalived himself. I'm not saying, this guy, the modern day Nero, is going to unalive himself, but, okay, there's a high possibility that his ass gets maxed out. Okay, Iran's top negotiator said it would retaliate against attacks and said straits will only open with an Iranian agreement, not American threats. Bam. So these nations are going head to head. Okay, and as we know, that's a sign of what? Our deliverance. These are all things that we should be looking forward to, because the Lord promised us that these things would happen. This is the book of Ezekiel 38, verse 3. And say, thus saith the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. Right? which is the chief prince right now of Gog, okay, it would be who? Putin, okay, okay, you know. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. And I will bring thee forth all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Okay. So, look, man, it's pretty simple to explain. Okay, verse is going to go back to the old KJB spirit. Okay, that fearless spirit, and you see it now. Okay, and you see it now. And why are they what? Clothed in armor. Why? Because it's time for war. With shields, bucklers, handling swords. You just don't handle a sword for no reason. You handle a sword when you're ready to go to war, man. Okay? When you're ready to go to war. Persia, which modern day Persia is what? Iran. Okay? Iran was changed. Persia was changed to Iran in 1935. Ethiopia. Okay? Ethiopia is under BRICS. Okay? I'm not sure if it's official, but you know, they stay with that good contact with Russia. Okay? Is Ethiopia a part of BRICS? Yes, Ethiopia is official. See, there you go. Okay, and that's in August 2023. Okay, so Gog or Magog, aka Russia, is going to be what? A guard onto Persia, Iran, Ethiopia, and Libya. Okay, Libya still wants smoke with America because of Gaddafi. With them, all of them with shield and helmet. Why do they have shield and helmet? Because they're about to go to war. Gomer and all his bands. The house of Togomar, Gomer is Turkey. Okay, the house of Togomar and all his quarters. No, sorry, the house of Togomar of the north quarters and all his bands, many people with thee. Okay, and Togomar is Turkey as well. Okay, but you know, the Lord is about to set shit straight. Okay? Okay? The Lord is about to set shit straight. Be thou prepared and prepare thyself, thou and thy company. What is the company? The company are the ICBM missiles. The missiles. Okay? The nuclear missiles that are assembled onto thee. Be thou a guard onto them. Russia backing these nations. Okay, so Russia is going to be backing these nations, okay, and funding them and giving them military aid, okay, and also coming to their defense. And not only Russia, BRICS. After many days, thou shalt be visited. In the latter years, thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword. Okay, so America has never been attacked. And let's talk about America, okay, and is gathered out of many people against the mountains of Israel, which have been always wasted, but is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them. So I'm gonna grab another precept. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna grab 10. Ezekiel 38 verse 10. Thus saith the Lord Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. It also come to pass that at the same time shall these things come in thy mind, okay, and thou shalt think an evil thought. What is that evil thought? The evil thought is talking about Putin and Russia nuking America, because that's what's going to come. Okay, but before that comes, there's going to be what is known as the hour of temptation, which is about to hit the earth. This is how we know that the mark of the beast is seconds away. All right, but I'm going to end it off like that, Akim. Hopefully this video is edifying words. Will you, Akim, enjoyed it with that? I want to say shalom and call halal, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. And Lord willing, this video is edifying words. Will you, Akim, enjoyed it? Shalom, shalom.